Ah, holy shit, I'm finally fucking home. I'm so tired. Alright, let's see what's happening.
Military operation in the capital of Venezuela.
What the fuck? Alright, how's it going, y'all? It's been a minute. I know, I was gone for a while, but hey, I'm back, and I promise I can explain. And while I explain, watch me fold the beginning of Elden Ring. To make a long story short, it was the holidays. That's what happened. I was gone for the holidays. Basically, whenever it hits, like, November, my whole family goes into holiday mode, and then all of a sudden, because I'm pretty much the youngest, I'm just sent to help everybody everywhere. We don't even live close to each other, so half of my time is just spent traveling to, like, different places. It's whatever. I don't mind it. I'm helping family. It's family, you know? You do everything for the family. And every year, like most families, we decide to have a big party with everybody we can invite, friends, family friends, whatever. Like, whoever you can invite, they're just coming, right? Because it's been happening for years now. And dude, let me tell you, thank God it wasn't the folks throwing this party. Because, like, I obviously will help out for anything with the family. Because, like, I'm just a decent... I like to think I'm a decent enough person to do that, you know? And not just be like, nah, I don't want to today. You guys can figure it out. Because when they have to plan and make the party happen, it's just a train wreck. Because, like, there's party space. It's a fucking house, right? The house is meant for, like, 2.5 people. And I don't live there anymore. It's just what they need, right? It's small. But a small house doesn't really work when there's potentially up to like 300 people coming over for a party. Especially in the wintertime. Jesus. You'll have like 80 people, 100 to get. I can't fucking say that. You got 80 people nuts to butts on a couch like it's Valley Forge, but we're not in 1777. Yo, dog, I heard you like sevens. So there's still the central heating system going, and somebody decided to make a fire because they thought it looked aesthetic. Anyway, that was last year, 2 years ago. Fuck. Can you tell I'm still not over it? Anyway, this year, last year, 2025 is the first year I'm like fully flying solo, so I'm taking care of transport and all that, which is like, you know, nothing to me at least, right? I get around this fucking place. But this year I was sold a false bag of goods. Cause I was told, oh yeah, you're gonna have plenty of time to go back to your studio and make all your silly little YouTube videos for the internet. So, that was a fucking lie. To be fair though, in my defense, when you're still plastered from the night before and you're given two options, either a 3-hour journey back to your house where you could probably get molested, or your folks offer you a ride to your old childhood home that'll take about a third of the time, and you get to sit in a car and not get molested. I think I'll take the car. Personally, I mean, if you're into getting molested on public transport, that's all you. I ain't judging, it's 2026, do what you want, man. I'm bouncing all over the place. I have notes, it just so happens to be on the same phone I'm recording on, so... Never mind, the fucking note just said updates. Give me a break, okay? It's been a minute. This is the foreplay, okay? Don't worry, I'll get all up in that YouTube in a bit. That was disgusting. Anyway, sup, loser?
Foul tarnished. Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
Light work. Alright, here's a story for you guys. It's about how my cousin told everybody at Thanksgiving that I was in a relationship. Which wouldn't have been a problem if I was in a relationship, but I'm kinda not, so you can kinda see why that was a problem. But to tell you the full story, I gotta take you back to ancient history. September 2025. So what had happened was I got to meet up with an old friend that I used to know way back in the day, like long time ago. Anyway, we got together, chemistry happened, you know, one thing like I don't need to explain myself to you. We're all adults here, right? You can figure out what happened. That doesn't matter. What does matter is the next day, my cousin was like, yo, big dog, guess what? I'm in the city. Let's grab dinner. And I was like, shit, why not? Key part to the story, my cousin knew this person. I don't know if they met them or not, but like they know of them, right? And so when they were like, yo, what's up with you, big dog? And normally when I'd be like, oh shit, nothing much, I'm just chilling. I was like, yo, remember so-and-so? And they were like, yeah. I'm like, and they're like, no way. And I'm like, and they were like, did you? And I was like, maybe. And they were like, yeah. And so naturally I had to answer a line of questions, which basically ended with, are you guys gonna see each other again? And I hit him with the, I hope so.
Okay.
We didn't. But that's whatever. That's beside the point. Fast forward to Thanksgiving. My cousin decides to bring one of their friends to Thanksgiving with the whole family, which I would never do. But as we're all waiting to go to dinner, they lean over to their friend and is like, yo, he's dating a college girl. And then that sentence just ripples through the whole fucking crowd. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. What? No? And because I have the charisma of a fucking puddle, they were like, oh, he's embarrassed. Here, come, talk to the girlies about it. I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. So naturally, I get taken in for round 2 of questioning. And again, I'm telling the truth this whole time. I'm like, no, nothing's happening. Like, I'm not dating anybody, no. And they're like, oh, stop lying to us. And I'm like, well, I'm telling the truth. Dude, like, I know it's a canon experience for everybody, but like being told to stop lying when you're blatantly telling the truth, it's just like, okay, what do you want me to do here, bro? But remember how I said that it rippled the news that I was dating? Yeah, that wasn't a lie. I come out to the dinner table and everybody's trying to talk about my new girlfriend. I'm like, who? And then I get pulled aside. I get told to bring her to Christmas. I'm like, fuck. Cause let me remind you, the whole time I'm saying there's nobody, and none of them are believing me. And as tempting as it was to lie and just be like, which one do I bring? It's like, that ain't me, bro. And they know that. And that was also like the last fully lucid moment I had in 2025. Everything after that is pretty much a blur. I only fully woke up a few days ago, and that's when I saw everything that happened while I was just non-existent, and I was like, holy shit. Which I'm gonna talk about right now. Yeah, look at that edit. Production value up in 2026. Anyway, FaZe Clan fucking died. That was soul-crushing news for me. That was like gaming 9/11. Cause like, I don't know about y'all, but I grew up back in like, I guess you would call that the original phase, like the montages and all that shit, back until like the LA move and all that, when all the hype houses and shit started in like, what, 2016, 2017? That shit, that was all stupid, in my opinion. I'll go on a little side tangent about that. Cause like, I think personally, living with your friends is a terrible idea, because then you find out stuff about your friends that you really don't want to know. You know what I mean? It's very intimate living with each other. Cause like, even if you have a 3-story mansion and your buddy's sleeping above you, you're still gonna hear him cracking. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna get jealous, cause that's my homie. But like, even when I was living with other people, there were rules, you know, you clean your own fucking plates, you do your own shit, you know, just don't be a selfish piece of shit. But like, even stuff like that, there's sometimes people that just can't follow that, and then you have to set up this whole new system where it's like, then you have a designated dishwasher, and then someone will get mad, it goes on forever. Basically, bad idea. Like, we can still be friends, I just don't want to live with you. Personally, I think the way to go is to get a compound, you know, one of those things that are like 80 acres long, and each one gets their own house and stuff like that, because like, then you're still living together, but there's enough distance to where you can still be friends and not be like, hey, fuck you for leaving your dishes out at night. What's that talking about? FaZe! I feel like every kid growing up during that time at one point or another wanted to join FaZe. I still remember trying to make montages and still not knowing how to edit. I still don't now, to be honest, but it's whatever. It's better now. But seeing them gone was like an end of an era for some reason. It was weird. It was like, you don't know what you have until you lost it type shit. It sounds so weird because it's a gaming clan, you know what I mean? And I was never really part of it, but whatever. Still had me like, damn. And then I swiped up and went to the next piece of news, but still, for a minute, I was sad. Kinda wish I kept up with some of the old members, though. I'm pretty sure Jev is doing fine, but I wonder about the rest of them. I say as if I fucking knew them. I'm not parasocial, I promise. It was them and Vanoss mostly that, like, shaped that era of my childhood, so I'm pretty sure Vanoss is still up and kicking, though. Thank God. If they left, if they died, I would have cried. That whole era of YouTube was just different, as a viewer, at least. It felt more just like people doing what they wanted and, like, uploading it just because they were having fun, which is what I try to do. But we're not talking about me, we're talking about the absolute fucking vibe check that we gave Venezuela. Dude, that shit was insane. I woke up to a text asking, did we invade somebody? I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know. Turns out there was a president in a country with oil talking shit, saying, come get me. And America was like, all right, shit, say less. I mean, we all know we were there for the oil. I think the president was just kind of like an added bonus. And like, I'm not going to talk about it too much because I don't know shit about global politics. But to me, it says a lot that there's people here protesting about us doing it. And then you got people in the actual country like, yo, thank God. I still think it's funny, though, that our president, in his first term, after, like, the first year, he started the year with, like, sending a fucking knife missile at an Iranian dude, and then the beginning of his second term, he's like, yo, hear me out now. What if we got a little bit silly and kidnapped the president? Like, it might seem crazy, but I think we can do it. And we fucking did it. Also, like, they got that dude locked up in New York, bro, and, like, I don't know if you guys saw the news clip. I'll see if I can find it, but there's, like, a fucking lineup of, like, devious people that are there. It's like, bro, you guys are making a team of supervillains. Like, y'all seen the Sinister Six memes, bro. It's coming out, but we don't got Spider-Man. I know they say anybody can wear the mask, but like, anybody? Like, I don't know about you, but I'm not trusting this dude with no legs to fight the Sinister Six, bro. But don't worry, guys. If they break out, big LLP is on the scene. I'll stop all of them. But now, you guys, on a semi-serious note, I got an idea, and it's a bit crazy, but I'm gonna need you to hear me out, right? What if we just kept going? Like, I know, world domination's bad and all, but like, we're the United States of America, not the United States of North America, bro. So like, what if we just united all the states of America? I'm just saying, it's in the name, dude. I ain't saying we force our deals on them or anything, right? They can do them, but like, just join us, join the winners, you know what I mean? I mean, in most of those countries, the American dollar's accepted anyway. You know, the peso keeps going up and down so much you'd think it's your mom. I can't even remember the last time I used a fucking cologne, so maybe it's just that it's 5 a.m., but to me, it makes complete sense. I didn't even get a chance to talk about the fucking GTA mansions that came out. I was gonna shit on all the extra things you can buy that mean pretty much nothing, but I mean, I'm a solo player, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't gonna do anything with anybody anyway. I know what you're thinking, oh, what about the homie? Oh, he wasn't fucking there! But here, I'll show you what happened day one of the mansions coming out.
How do you do, sir? I am...
So good to meet you. I'm Angel. Can I call you Daddy? Congratulations, buyer.
I have no shame.